David, Conchetta, I want to begin by saying congratulations to
Thank
both
you.
of you
Thank you.
Thank you.
on this very wonderful and joyful day in your lives, as you two have come all the way from Minnesota to be on this beautiful white sandy beach in Hawaii to share your marriage vows, to create family, and to make a dream come true. And the Hawaiian words, aloha vau ia oe mauloa, means that I will love you forever. Now that is the promise that you two are making to each other this day. It's a lifelong promise to love, to honor, and to cherish each other all the days of your life. And of course, we understand that this amazing emotion of love that you two sense so strongly in your hearts for each other can truly be a very rewarding emotion to be shared in a marriage union. And we also know that although that emotion may be very exhilarating at times, it's not the foundation of your marriage union. For that sentimental emotion of love can be very much like the tide of the sea. It does have its ebbs and its flows. And there are times, of course, throughout the years of marriage when that emotion is running at such a high, you sense that you're married to the most wonderful person in the world. Very much like you two may feel for each other even right now. And in the reality of life and through the years of marriage, there are also times when the intensity of that emotion may seem to be remiss. And it's in those times that each of you must reflect upon the true foundation of your marriage, and that is a commitment. And each of you this day and every day following commits all that you are, all of your energy, all of your resources, all of your love and all of your passion into each other, and now into this relationship you two will share called marriage. Now, David, standing as you are, but look into Conchera's eyes. David, you're very blessed this day to have Conchera as your wife, your partner in life. And you are to love your wife in such a way that the acceptance, the understanding, and the support that she finds in your love will truly provide for her the security to express her inner beauty. By seeing the good in your wife and by remaining loyally devoted to her, you will give her the strength to create more goodness in this world. Now, with this understanding, David, will you take Conchera to be your wife? And will you pledge to her your faithfulness in all love and honor, in all duty and service, in all faithfulness and tenderness to live with her and to cherish her in your sacred union of marriage?
I will.
Conchera, you also very blessed this day to have David as your husband, your partner in life. And you are to love your husband in such a way that he might find within himself this great sense of who he is and who he is meant to be. By seeing the good in your husband and by giving to him with all of your heart your acceptance, your respect, and your approval, you will give your husband the strength to stand for what is just and what is right and also good in this world. Now, with this understanding, Conchera, will you take David to be your husband? And will you pledge to him your faithfulness in all love and honor, in all duty and service, in all faithfulness and tenderness to live with him and to cherish him in your sacred union of marriage?
I do.
Very nice. Beautiful. Conchera, can you hold this in your right hand? And hold it right there, just right there, perfect. David, would you hold this in your left hand? And just bring your hands together right there, just like that. David and Conchera, your Actually, the sand mixing ceremony holds beautiful symbolism for what your marriage is to be. Because these small pouches of sand in which you hold in your hand this day, they represent your individual lives, everything about you, your past, your present, and your future. And the grains of sand in these pouches, well, they represent your individual qualities, your strengths as well as your weaknesses. And marriage is when you bring two separate entities together, each having a heart that is completely unrestrained into pouring all that they are into one life to be lived and shared as husband and wife. And so I want to ask you, is it in this spirit and for this purpose that you two are here today to be joined in marriage?
Yes.
And so now you symbolically show your willingness to give all that you are to each other in your newfound family and marriage by each of you, beginning with you, Conchetta, pouring your pouch of sand into the other pouch. You can open it up with two hands there, David. Now, David, can you pour all of your pouch into Conchetta's pouch? Perfect. Beautiful. I'll take it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Conchetta, stand as you are, but David, would you turn toward her and take her hands in your hands, just like that? Perfect. Beautiful. I just want to encourage you at this time that as you share your marriage vows before God and between each other, that these vows would come forth from that deep sense of not only the love, but also the gratitude and the appreciation that you hold in your heart for each other. So, David, from your heart to your brides, would you repeat these vows after me? I, David, take you, Conchetta,
I, David, take you, Concetta,
to be my loved wife,
to be my loved wife,
to have and to hold
to have and to hold
from this day forward.
from this day forward.
I do promise,
I do promise,
before God and with all my heart,
before God and with all my heart,
to be your faithful and loving husband,
to be your faithful and loving husband,
for richer or for poor,
for richer or for poor,
in joy and in sorrow,
in joy and in sorrow,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
Conchetta, would you also repeat after me? Take a deep breath first. Look into David's eyes. I, Conchetta, take you, David,
I, Concetta, take you, David,
to be my loved husband,
to be my loved husband,
to have and to hold
to have and to hold
from this day forward.
from this day forward.
I do promise,
I do promise,
before God and with all my heart,
before God and with all my heart,
to be your faithful and loving wife,
to be your faithful and loving wife,
for richer or for poor,
for richer or for poorer,
in joy and in sorrow,
in joy and in sorrow,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
You gotta pause for a moment. You gotta go get the rings.
Yeah, it's okay.
It feels right, huh?
Yeah. I love you.
I love you too.
I got so excited about getting you guys married, I forgot they were in there. David, I want you to take this ring and just hold it up like this in front of Conchetta. Conchetta, would you take this ring and do the same? Hold it up like that in front of David. Just bring it together a little bit. There you go. Look into each other's eyes. David and Conchetta, your wedding rings are made of a precious and enduring metal. And that should symbolize to both of you that your marriage relationship, the family that you two established this day, and the love you share in it is very precious. in the sight of God and in the sight of men. It's one that is never to be taken for granted, nor taken lightly. And so as you wear these rings, may they not only remind you of this beautiful blue sky day in Hawaii, in which you two have now shared your vows, but also let them remind you that in this life, no matter where you are or what you're going through, you're always surrounded by each other's love. And so David, I'm going to have you take her ring with your left hand, and I'll hold that for now, Conchetta.
Mhm.
And you're going to hold it with your thumb and index finger like this, David, left hand. And you're going to slide it on her left hand finger, just halfway. Bring the hands forward here, David. Put that hand underneath her hand, just like that. Just relax that. Look into her eyes. Repeat after me. Accept this ring
Accept this ring
as a symbol of my vows
as a symbol of my vows
and unconditional love for you.
and unconditional love for you.
Wear it with the knowledge
Wear it with the knowledge
that the promises I've made today
that the promises I've made today
will never be broken.
will never be broken.
Go ahead, David. You may slide the ring.
You got it, baby.
There we go. Got it.
Perfect. Conchetta, would you take this ring with your right hand?
Mhm.
With your right hand, you're going to slide it on his left hand finger just halfway, in the same manner. Go ahead, slide it on halfway.
Okay.
Just going to turn it just slightly. There you go. Look into his eyes. Repeat after me. Accept this ring
Accept this ring
as a symbol of my vows
as a symbol of my vows
and unconditional love.
and unconditional love for you.
Wear it with the knowledge
Wear it with the knowledge
that the promises I've made today
that the promises I have made today
will never be broken.
will never be broken.
Beautiful. You may slide your
Woo! Hawaii.
You got it.
You got it. You got to do it, baby.
David, I'm going to have you hold this lei with two hands in front of your bride. And Conchetta, would you hold this with two hands in front of David? In Hawaii, we have this wonderful tradition of the giving of the lei. And the lei is a gift of aloha. The greatest meaning of the word aloha is love. And so when one shares the lei with another in Hawaii, it symbolizes to the person receiving the lei that they're held in great honor and esteem by the person presenting them. And so today, as you two share in this gift of aloha on your Hawaiian wedding day, may this lei represent to each of you that above all others in this life, you will truly always hold each other in the highest regard and esteem in your hearts. And so David, before presenting this lei to your bride, if you have anything you'd like to say to her at this time from your heart to hers, please feel free to do so. And then present the lei over her head, nice and slowly, and give her a kiss on both cheeks. Go ahead, David.
Conchetta, I love you very, very much. I couldn't imagine spending the rest of my life with anybody other than you, and I look forward to waking up next to you each and every day. You mean the world to me, and I'm happy that you're becoming my wife.
David, I'm at a loss for words. I've never been happier. I want to be yours forever and ever, and I couldn't ask for a better man. I love you so much.
Hold each other's hands. David and Conchetta, may God bless you and may God keep you. By the authority vested in me by the state of Hawaii, it is with great pleasure and honor that I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may seal your vows with a kiss. Make it a good one. Woohoo! All right. All right, David. All right.
Thank
Awesome,
you.
Thank you so
Conchetta.
much.
I present you in their new relationship as husband and wife, David and Conchetta. Give her another kiss, David.
Oh.
Thank you.
Awesome. You can stay over there.